Welcome back to Tiny T Gaming. This is my predictions on Space Marine 3. So, again, just in the background, it's me playing Space Marine 2 Annihilation and not having the best game actually. Not playing well at all, which was annoying, but you win some, you lose some. So, I just thought it was pertinent because with my thoughts on Space Marine 3, I think as we saw, there was obviously a lot of improvements on graphics, but there was a whole massive change in time and generations of consoles and quality of PCs. I think if Space Marine 3 comes out in the next 2 years, the graphics changes won't be that much because we won't see that much of a change with consoles. But I think the biggest changes we'll see will be the continuation of the main character's, Titus's storyline. Now, I don't think we'll see much change in gameplay or quality of gameplay, which will be a shame, or the mechanics of it. It's still a very simple third-person, almost Gears of War shooter, and whilst the graphics are good and the combat's really fun and engaging, and I really feel like for a PC game they've encapsulated how an Astartes would fight. I think that there won't be anything that will be going out on a limb. It will be very lukewarm lore progression, nothing too spicy. Like, if you look now with Space Marine 2, you can't customize the Chaos Space Marines online, but you can customize the Loyalist chapters and make your own, etc. And I don't know why. I think I did read there was a reason somewhere, but it's a shame because they could really delve down more into the fact that the Space Marines' blood clots instantly. The Primaris Marines have the fibers going through their muscles. They've got strength and bones, third lung, 2 hearts, etc. And they could really delve into the progression of a Space Marine. I know I said this in my last video, but I'm meaning purely for Space Marine 3 now. I don't think it would be too much of a stretch to have fully customizable armor again, but in the campaign, almost like you did with Dawn of War 2, which was really good. But then having the ability to, as you progress through even the campaign, your left arm takes mad damage, so you end up with a cybernetic, and if you're constantly deploying and or not deploying, but you're not getting much requisition through the missions, the quality of the cybernetics you get are less. You fight alongside more than 2 Space Marines, that would be really good, because it's all well and good having these 3 named characters running through the whole campaign, which wasn't a long campaign, but it'd be really good to have a longer campaign, more Space Marines, and more dynamic battles, because you're meant to be an officer in the Ultramarines chapter, a lieutenant who was a captain. Surely you could actually command in some way squads of Primaris Marines or whoever. I think they could really delve more into it. I've really enjoyed Space Marine 2. I'm not saying I didn't, and I think it is a really good game, but there's definitely more they can lean into. Someone commented on my last video about it's all Primaris. Well, there would absolutely be Firstborn Space Marines still in the setting. I mean, if they said something like, I think the law said somewhere 80% of all the original chapters was lost, so if there's 1 million Space Marines, up to 800,000 killed, and then might be way wrong with that law, but if we go off that, then that leaves 200,000 in the setting. Well, how many chapters and crusading Astartes forces only have access to regular gene seed, and they don't have access to the innovations of Belisarius? Cool. What about Black Templar crusades that have been out in the sticks for a generation? They're not going to have access to Primaris gene seed and war gear, so there could be something to do with that. Bearing in mind that Titus has fought alongside Black Templars and all of that, you could really tie in actually interacted with other chapters as well now, because we've seen the whole Primaris thing in the second game. We've seen the Ultramarines a lot in the first game, and obviously with the Amazon episode as well, which was obviously really good. I mean, I don't know who wouldn't enjoy that, but that progressive storyline, he's survived, or he's going to survive, especially if there's a Space Marine 3, and they need to sort of quash, in my opinion, the whole Leandros thing, because it's like, well, yeah, I think everyone's seen the memes, like, oh yeah, you've saved the God Emperor of mankind, but I still don't trust you. And it's like, well, he's just one chaplain, and it's sort of, it's too cliche that this one ultra nerdy Ultramarine sergeant who became a chaplain has now decided that you're still not trustworthy, even though Gilliman, Calgar, all the other Astartes that you work with and fought beside, they all trust you, but this one bloke doesn't. And then he put him forward for that suicide mission. That was the Amazon episode, so it's a bit, they could progress that past the point of it constantly being like a shroud over the character. That'd be really good as well. I do think they need to add in things like actual jumping, because why can't a Space Marine jump? It's not that hard to add in. Like, yes, they can roll, but it's not. It is, that does make it dynamic, but it's not the most dynamic. And these Space Marines are meant to be ultra athletic, very dynamic individuals who can fight for days without sleep, food, water, fight the biggest orcs, traitor Space Marines, the Tau, Tyranids, etc., etc. I mean, they could really, not for Space Marine 3, but lean into a game where it's about the devastation about, or Hell's Reach, or something where it's like the game's progressing through a last stand, and you just try and succeed as long as you can, and you salvage and you scavenge. I mean, I really think you could make a Space Marine game where it's sort of like crafting, scavenging, and you're basically pulling the remnants of a warband, so traitor warband, renegade warband, exiled, chapter, company, whatever, together. And like I said in my previous video, where you actually make use of things like gene seed, morale, fatigue, power armor, war gear, like everything's just an infinite resource in Space Marine 3. And the ammunition, you don't worry about it, because you know that even when you go empty on all your bolt rounds, well, you know that as long as you can hold out and keep carrying out melee strikes, then you're eventually going to come across ammo. It's just it's not an infinite resource, but it is almost as much as it can be, really, and it's all really enjoyable. But there's definitely things I would like to see improved. The combat is great, but it could be more dynamic. The power armor customization and degradation, the actual fact of gene seed, and the attributes Space Marines have, cybernetics, etc., and actually being around more than just two other Space Marines, because everyone's seen the memes of, oh, I can give you is 2 men. It's like, you've got a lieutenant, a sergeant, and a marine. Well, it doesn't really make sense. Just if out of a whole Space Marines battle company. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think, or what you want to see, and what you think would probably be the case. Not hating on Space Marine 2, just absolutely want to have an even better game in Space Marine 3 that's very lore friendly and does include some firstborn Marines, because they have been all but forgotten by pretty much all of Games Workshop now. But please let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. I'll keep bringing out videos on gaming and about Warhammer and Warhammer games, and let me know what you think. See you in the next one.